नाउ पृथ्वी माप डेफिनेशन, तत्र गंधवती पृथ्वी अकॉर्डिंग टू तर्क संग्रह, मतलब जिसको स्मेल होता है उसे पृथ्वी करती है। सुश्रुत के अकॉर्डिंग तमो बहुला पृथ्वी, और वैशेषिक दर्शन के अकॉर्डिंग रूप रसगंध स्पर्शवती पृथ्वी। रूप रसगंध स्पर्श संख्या परिमाण पृथक्त्व संयोग विभाग परत्व अपरत्व गुरुत्व द्रवत्व संस्कारवती पृथ्वी. This is according to the Vaisheshik Darshan, in which all gunas of Prithvi are given. So that we say the mahabhutas which are possesses the smell is called Prithvi mahabhut. Means the Tatra Gandhavati Prithvi, it is the Prithvi mahabhut which have the smell. The petrol, orange or and rose petals, all substances possesses the smell, so they contain the Prithvi mahabhut as one of their considered. जैसे कि पेट्रोल को ऑरेंज को स्मेल होता है, इसलिए उसमें पृथ्वी महाभूत प्रेजेंट है. The percentage of Prithvi Mahabhut can be the small or large amount, but every substances in the universe which express the smell either directly or by the burning, by the decoction or in rubbing on the stone are all the padarthas. The percentage of Prithvi Mahabhut are different in different padarthas. Some are the more in concentration and the some are the in less concentration. Some are expressed directly, some are not expressed directly. If we are burn it, then it express it. Example kapur or decoction वगैरह rubbing. After that, the Prithvi are divided into two types, that is the Karan and Karya. Karan and Paran मानो, and Karya and object. Object are divided in, object is an अनित्य, Karan is a नित्य. Divide जो कारण यानी जो डिवाइड नहीं कर सकेगा परमाणु है. कार्य यानी ऑब्जेक्ट, ऑब्जेक्ट अनित्य. अनित्य अनित्य आर द थ्री टाइप्स, दैट इज द शरीर, इंद्रिय एंड विषय, जो डिवाइड हो सकते हैं. नाउ द वाक्य ऑफ शरीर इज शरीर इंद्रिय अस्मात् आदिना, शरीरम अस्मात् आदिना, शरीरम अस्मात् आदिना. एंड इंद्रियस इंद्रियम गंधग्राहकम घ्राणम नासाग्रवर्ती, विषय विषय मृत पाषाण आदि. इंद्रियम यानी जैसे वी नो दैट द पृथ्वी इज तत्र गंधवती पृथ्वी एंड पृथ्वी इज रिलेटेड टू द स्मेल. सो इंद्रिय इज द नासा, नासा नोज थ्रू विच वी टेक द स्मेल्स. आफ्टर दैट द गुण ऑफ पृथ्वी, रूप रस गंध स्पर्श सांख्य परिमाण पृथक्त्व समयोग विभाग परत्व अपरत्व गुरुत्व द्रवत्व संस्कारवती पृथ्वी are the gunas of पृथ्वी. Now first रूप, चक्षु मात्रा ग्राह्य गुण रूप मीन्स हम आँखों से देखते हैं. चक्षु यानी आँख, आँखें के द्वारा हम उसका रूप का ग्रहण करते हैं. The property which grabs only by the organ visualization is the रूप. There are the 7 types of रूपा in पृथ्वी. पृथ्वी have the 7 types of रूपा, that is in शुक्ल, नील, हरित, रक्त, पीत, कपिश एंड चित्र. शुक्र मीन्स व्हाइट इन कलर, नील यानी ब्लैकिश ब्लू, हरित यानी ग्रीन, रक्त यानी रेड, पीत यानी येलो, कपिश यानी ब्राउन एंड द चित्र यानी मल्टी कलर. आफ्टर दैट नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी इज रस. रस इज द मेजरली फॉर्म ड्यू टू द पृथ्वी एंड जल. Rasa, majority of rasas are formed due to the two mahabhut, that is the Prithvi and Jala. Hence, Jala and the Prithvi are called as an uni of the rasa. Hence, Jala and Prithvi are called as the uni of rasa. We know that the rasa is the constituent of two mahabhut, that is the Prithvi and rasa. So, uni of rasa मतलब उत्पत्ति ऑफ रस, जिससे उत्पत्ति होती है उसे वो दो महाभूत से होती है, उसको पृथ्वी और रस बोलते हैं. ठीक है. द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ रस अंतरिक्ष जल रेन वाटर ड्रॉप्स ऑन एन अर्थ गेट्स मिक्स विथ एन पृथ्वी पार्टिकल्स एंड द टेस्ट गेट्स डेवलप इन वाटर, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एन रस. द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एन रस अंतरिक्ष जल रेन वाटर ड्रॉप्स on the earth get mixed with the prithvi particles and the taste gets developed in the water are called as the rस. मीन्स द आकाश से पानी की बूंदें ज़मीन पे पड़ते हैं, उसकी वजह से कुछ रस तैयार होता है, उसकी वजह से स्मेल वगैरह आता है. कुछ द पार्टिकल्स ऑफ द गेट मिक्स विद एंड पृथ्वी पार्टिकल्स एंड टेस्ट गेट डेवलप. पानी की बूंदें ज़मीन के ऊपर पड़ने के कारण कुछ टेस्ट नया क्रिएट होता है, उसको रस बोलते हैं. There are 6 types of rases, that is the मधुर, आम्ल, लवण, कटु, तिक्त, कषाय. Different rases have different constituent of mahabhutas. Madhur ras means sweet, amla is a sour, lavan is a salty, katu is the pungent, tikta is the bitter, and the kashai is the astringent. Madhur is the constituent of two mahabhutas, that is the pruthavi and jala. Amla is the constituent of two mahabhutas, that is the pruthavi and teja. Lavan is the jala and teja. Katu is the vayu and teja. Tikta is the akash and vayu. Kasha is the akash and prithvi. Now it is the trig, that is the mnemonics. Bhuja bhute jate vate ava bhuva. Bhuja bhute jate vate ava bhuva. Bhuja yani bhumi plus ja, means its series are like this: madhur, amla, lavana, katu, tikta, kasha. Bhuja bhute jate vate ava bhuva. Bhuja means the bhumi and jala. Bhute means the bhumi and teja. Jate means jala and teja. Vate means vat and teja. Ava means akash and vayu. And the last one is the bhuva. Bhuva means the bhumi and teja. Bhuja is the constituent of the rasa madhura. Bhute is the constituent of the rasa amla. Jate is the constituent of the rasa lavan. Vate is the constituent of rasa katu. And the ava is the constituent of rasa tikta. As the last one is an bhuva, which is the constituent of the rasa kasha. Now we see the relations of rasa and the mahabhutas, which elaborate more. Madhur constituent the mahabhutas of the prithvi and jala. They are of heavy, heavy. Nutrients juicy, increases the weight of trupti, freshness. Madhur rasas give us the freshness in our body and the mind. Madhur, madhutar, madhurtam are the three types. That is the quality of madhuras increases in such a manner. That is the madhur, madhutar and madhurtam. Madhur means the gevu. The example of madhur is the gevu. Madhurtar is the sugarcane and apple. Madhurtam is the sweet mithai, which is the high level. Now the next rasa is an amla. Amla is the constituent of mahabhutas, that is the bhumi and teja. Now every herb is a medicine, as it has the some taste. It increases or decreases the mahabhutas in our body and maintain the equilibrium in doshas and dhatus. In nature, every substance is present for such a reason. So every medicines, every dravyas is useful for the increasing or decreasing the mahabhutas or increasing or decreasing the doshas. Kashai ras is used for the astringent property, through which the skin as the wet, eczema, or in the metrorrhagia, excessive bleeding from the uterus. Excessive bleeding from the uterus means the rakta pradarth. For the disease in which the bleeding from sun germs and the kashai rasaktam tooth powder is used, means at the time of bleeding, kashai ras is used for the reducing the bleeding or reducing the bleeding. We see the reference from the Dincharya Adhyay, that is the Dantamanjan is of taste, that is katu kashai tikta. So kashai is used for to reduce the bleeding from gums. Now next one is an lavan. Lavan is the constituent of rasa, jala and teja. Due to the teja mahabhut in lavan rasa, it is the ushna, and the lavan rasa often, if consumed in large amount, may the suppurative the wounds, makes the skin loose, shithil due to the wrinkles, make the rakta vyadhi, and excessive salt food may have the rakta dhatu shitajanya vyadhi, like the somatis, hair loss, baldness, and the infertility and the abnormality in the sperms. In outcome of an excessive salt food, like the salt sprinkle, wafers, or salty peanuts, rock salt is better than sea salt. The snigdha ushna is worse than the ruksha ushna. Now here we say that the lavan ras. Lavan ras is the constituent of mahabhuta, jala and teja. If we consume the excessive lavan rus, due to excessive consuming the lavan rus, our hair falling problems are started. After that, we see that the wrinkles are, skin becomes the loose, wrinkles are coming, रक्तधातु शीतल, रक्तदुष्टीजन्य व्याधी are the like the somatitis वगैरह starts. Infertility problems are seen. Those who are consume the more pockets food वगैरह. After that, we see the snigdha ushna is less than the ruksha ushna. Rock salt is better than the sea salt. Rock salt is better than the sea salt. रक्तविधायी आणि the somastatus. Katu. Pungent Katu rasa is made up of the two mahabhutas. That is the pungent. Katu means the pungent. Two mahabhutas are the Vayu and Teja. Katuras increases the appetite and the digestive due to the Teja Mahabhut in it. Katuras is made up of two Mahabhutas, that is the Vayu and Teja. So, due to the Teja Mahabhutas present in this Katurasa, it increases the appetite. Means भूख ज़्यादा लगना और digestive power अच्छी हो जाती है. It is an लघु to digest. Katuras is easy to digest because it has the वायु गुना. वायु गुना means mobility ज़्यादा है, इसलिए digest जल्दी जल्दी होगा. It is an लघु to digest. Black pepper and the ginger are its example. Black pepper, ginger are the Katurasatma. After that, the Tikta. Tikta means the bitter, which is the constituent of two Mahabhutas. That is bitter, Akash and Vayu. Tikta is the constituent of two rasas, that is the Akash and Vayu. Tikta, Kirata Tikta and then Katki, Patol are the some examples of the eight. Tikta's example are the Patol, Katki. And then this is the most laghu rasa in the Ampachak and is in the Ampachak. We see the increased appetite and then digestive do the perfect digestion are helpful in digestion is a Katurasatma. After that, we see the Ampachak. Ampachak rasa, for the good Ampachan, it is include the Tikta rasa. Tikta rasa is the most lightest rasa in all among the six rasas. After last one is an Kashay. Kashay is in an astringent in a taste. Kashay, teeth से याद रखना कषाय. ब्रश करते समय. Astringent in a taste and constrict the capillaries for the veins and arteries, creates the constipation. We see sometimes before, due to the kasharasa, bleeding from the gums etc. are stop. So if we consume the kashay rasat, or if we use the kashay rasatmak paste, brushing, do its brush, then it constricts the capillaries of veins and the arteries. Due to this, the stopping flow of blood and creates the constipation. After that, third guna is an gandha. Gandha. The definition of gandha is grana grahya guna gandha. Definition of gandha is grana grahya guna gandha. There are two types of gandha. That is the udbhut and anubhut. Udbhut means the well express, which express ourselves, like the chandan, vigyaan, etc. Anubhut yani not well expressed. Anubhut yani not well expressed. Easily expressed, but can be the expressed, not well expressed. It is the easily expressed, but well expressed when we are the processing on this. That is the when we rub it, then it expresses ourselves. As an example, the smell of ordinary wood, which are the expressed after the scraping in the instrument, or expressed after the burning or an heat. After this, another types of gandha is in two types. They are gandha are divided into two types, that is the surbi and asurbi. Surbi is the good, pleasant smell, which surbi is the good smell, and pleasant smell is an asurbi. Good smell or then fascinating for the specific person. surbi सुर में गाती है, अच्छा लगता है. रोज, चंदन वुड, सैंडलवुड, चंदन एक्सेट्रा. एंड अsurbi आर द नॉन प्लेजेंट, जो प्लेजेंट नहीं है स्मेल. नॉन प्लेजेंट स्मेल आर द फाउल स्मेल ऑफ एन एनी डर्ट. Okay. After that, next property is an sparsha. Sparshandriya grahya guna sparsha. Sparshandriya graha guna sparsha. There are the three types of sparsha, that is the Shita, Ushna and Anushna. Shita sparsha is an Jala mahabhutatma, Ushna sparsha is an Teja mahabhutatma, and an Anushna sparsha is present in an Prithvi and Vayu. The Shita property of an Jala is an Sansiddhi, always present. It is an cooling devices as the air cools, also used in a patient of an sunstroke due to the heat. That is the Shita property. Shidguna include the Jala mahabhut, Sansiddhi, Jala associated with an Jala mahabhut. When the patients are suffering from the sunstroke due to the sunstroke due to the heat, they are using Shita Sparshatmak properties dravyas. After that, the Ushna. Ushna is an Sansiddhic property of an Teja mahabhuta. Prithvi and an Vayu are the neutral, neither too hot nor too cool. Ushna. Prithvi and Vayu are the neutral, neither too hot nor too cool. Ushna property is associated with an Teja mahabhuta. Having a naimittic, that is a temporary cool or hot to do the contact of an water and heat. After that, the next properties is an Sankhya. Sankhya and counting, Prithvi mahabhut. Sankhya is an Prithvi mahabhut next property, counting. Ganana Vyavhara Asadharana Karanam Sankhya. Ganana Vyavhara Hetu Sankhya. The tool for the counting is called as a Sankhya. Counting. Sankhya means for the counting of the numbers, for the counting of anything which we use the Sankhya property. These are then two types of a Sankhya. Sankhya are of two types. First one is a Nitya and the second one is an Anitya. Nitya is an Parmanu Rup and an Anitya is an Karya Rup. The Sankhya or the numbers are often two types. Nitya Sankhya is present in Parmanu Rup Prithvi and the Anitya Sankhya is present in Karya Rup Prithvi. The one number is the smallest Parmanu is a constituent and the number present in the Karya Rup Prithvi, that is an earthen pot, is changing. For example, the ghat was an intact with a number was 1 now, and the ghat is broken. Its number may vary from the 2 to multiple pieces. The next property is an parima. First one, we see the Sankhya property in which the counting is taken place. There are two types of Sankhya. Sankhya are of two types. First one is a Nitya and second one is Anitya. Nitya means an fixed. It is not perishable, and Anitya is not fixed. When we take the examples of Ghata. Ghata is an one, single. But when Ghata fall and the smallest particles are smallest parts of its Ghata broke and the smallest parts are idhar udhar. So it is an Anitya, that is an Karya Rup. After that, the Pariman. Pariman means the Mana Vyavhara Asadharan Karya. Parinam means quantity, that is the form all sides measurement, quantity measurements which include in Pariman. Pariman, Mana Vyavhara Asadharan Karanam Pariman. These are of two types, that is Nitya and Anitya. Nitya Pariman is the Anurup. Nitya Pariman is Anurup, which is present in Prithvi Mahabhut, in the Karma Rup Prithvi Mahal. Pariman is an explained in which form and no up to the large continent of an area or the mountains is an Mahat Pariman. Infinite, countable, infinity, uncountable, and for example the Akash Mahabhut has an Pariman Mahat Pariman. After next one is an Pruthak property. Next property is Pruthak. Pruthak means Pruthak Vyavhara Asadharan Karanam Pruthatva. Pruthak Vyavhara Asadharanam Karanam Pruthatva. The reason behind the identification of an dravyas being the different entity than the other 8 dravyas that the property is called as an pruthavi. Pruthavi is present in all Dravas, hence it is present in an Prithvi. We can identify the Prithvi different than the Jala, Teja, and in mind Navadravya Ruddhi. There are different pariman in an Ayurveda as an Anjali pariman and an Anguli pariman. Pruthavi, in short, the Pruthavi is the property through which we can differentiate the other mahabhutas from the Prithvi, other dravas from the Prithvi. Total are the 9 dravas, and Prithvi is the among the one all these dravas. So we can differentiate Prithvi from Jala, Prithvi from Teja, Prithvi from other dravas. This included in Pruthavi. After that, the sanskar. Sanskar क्या है? Sanskar means the process. संस्कार कारणम मत. संस्कार ही गुणांतराधानम उच्यते. गुण then गुण plus अंतर आधारणम संधि विग्रह. संस्कार is very important. संस्कार कारणम मत. संस्कार ही गुणांतराधानम उच्यते. संस्कार ही गुणांतराधानम उच्यते. तत्र गुणांतराधानम संस्कारम. करण ही स्वाभाविकानां द्रव्याणां अभिसंस्कारम. Abhisanskaram means change all the 10 directions. Okay. After that, Guna Antra. Guna Antra includes the change of an properties. That is Guna Antra. Guna Antara is include the change of properties. The process which changes the attributes of the substances is called sanskar. The process through which we changes the attributes of the substances means after doing the process, the substance converted into one form to the another. We can change the attributes of an substances according to the need of an patient. If drinking water increases the kapha of the patient having a common cold, you should do the sanskar with an boiling with a pinch of an sunti called as an sunti siddha jala. So now here the one example we taken, that is a patient suffering from an cough. For diluted the kapha, for decreasing the kapha quality, we must will not be consume the cold water. So after doing the processing of cold water, by putting the one pinch of sunti in this, the properties of water changes and it becomes a hot, and which are the included the sunti, which are very effective for our body. So due to this, the patient become the very easily cured. After that, similarly, we can give the diabetic patients the ashana siddha jala, daru haridra siddha jala instead of the plain water. To the diabetic patients, we can give the ashana siddha jala and then dari haridra siddha water. Due to this, the control of diabetes are taken. It is the type of food ashana siddha jala. After that, the sanskar according to the Vaisheshik darshan. First one, we see that the sanskar normal process means in which the sanskar is gunantara dhanam uchyate, means the we do the sanskar and the substance changes from one form to the another form. Now the next property of the next differentiation of an sanskar is according to the Vaisheshik darshan. Vaisheshik darshan understand the sanskar as a different attributes and a different meaning. There are three types of sanskar. Sanskar are three types according to the Vaisheshik darshan, which include the bhavna, vega and sthiti stapakatva. Bhavna means belonging to the only soul. The feeling of grasp by the soul are the bhavna, means the belongs to the only soul. The feeling grasped by the soul are the bhavna, means the anubhava janma smriti hetu bhavna atma matra buddhi. Anubhava janma smriti hetu bhavna atma matra buddhi. After that, the Vega included the Pruthavi Mahabhut, that is, the Prithvi has an attribute the speed. Vega means the speed. The Prithvi has also attributed the speed since an object has got gravitational force if fall down. The first instance of falling is in gravity, and then further that the point since the object goes on and falling down, in that the further fall is called as a speed. That the is an Vega is present in Prithvi, Jala, Teja, Vayu and Maya. Vega, Prithvi, Adi, Chatushta, Mano, Matra, Rutti, means the falling of an fruit. It is an we take its example. It is the falling of fruit from above to the ground. Vega means the distance covering by the fruit from tree to ground. It's the Vega. The definition of Vega is Vega Prithvi Yadi Chatushta Mano Matra Rutti. Vega पृथ्वी आगे चतुष्ट मनोमात्र रूप. After that, the sanskar. According to the Vaisheshik darshan, the third property is a sthitistapakatva, means elasticity. The virtue by which the dravatva regains the original shape, it is called as a sthitistapakatva. अन्यथा कुतस्य पुनः तदा अवस्थापदकः स्थितिस्थापकत्वः. कटादि पृथ्वी. Kata is the matrix, means Kata is the matrix. The unfurled matrix when gain the roles as a sthitistapakatva. In a past prandial condition, the uterus regains to the normal shape. Sthitistapakatva means when the shape of any substance changes, and after the changing this, it comes to its original position, is called as sthitistapakatva. Now you see this is the original position of my hand. If I stretch it, its shape is changes, but after it comes to its original place, then it is called as sthitistapakatva, means that it is an elasticity. Now the next property is an vega. शरोनोदन जीनी तेन कर्मणा वेगः स कर्मच वेगः. शरोनोदन जानी तेन कर्मणा वेगः स कर्मच वेगः. Sir, arose the nodan, rebounded action. If and stretch the string of a bow and then leave it displace the string, pushes the arrow and then gives it speed. This speed is given to the action of an stretching. It is called as an karmaj. This speed is given to the action of an string, so it is called as an karmaj. This speed is given to the direction of a stretching. It is called as कर्मज वेग, means the speed due to the action. Speed आई है due to the action. ये है, इसको खींचा, इसको स्पीड आई आगे जाने की due to the action. Now the वेगावात कपालेन जनितेन घटे यो जन्यते वेग स वेगनो वेग. वेगवात कपालेन जनितेन घटे यो जन्यते वेग स वेग. If I pull the mud on the wheel moving on the potter's wheel, the speed of a moving wheel is called as an vega. It will move up to the certain type till it has a kinetic energy. Thus the mud ball kept on the wheel also will move till the wheel moves. The speed of a mud ball kept on a moving wheel, it is called as an vega. Means now in short we can say that the veg is divided into two types, that is in karmaj veg and vegoj veg. Vegoj veg includes the vegoj veg and karmaj veg. Karmaj veg, it is the example of a string when we stretch it and after that it goes into its original position. Vegoj veg include the example of an potter, that is in speed of the wheel which decide the shape of a mud. The speed of a mud ball kept on a moving wheel, it is an example of vegoj veg. Now the next property is an guru. आद्यपतन समवाय कारणम गुरुत्व. आद्यपतन समवाय कारणम गुरुत्व means guru. First गिरना, it is an असमवाय कारणम of guru, means guru के कारण गिरता है. The first and foremost reason of an object to fall down the guru, नीचे गिरने का कारण गुरु होता है, पहला रीजन. The guru guna means the things bearing the weight has an property also of an heaviness. गुरु गुणात्मक में heaviness की properties होती है. After that पृथ्वी जल मात्रा होती है. The property is present only in पृथ्वी and जल. Guru property is only present in Prithvi and Jala. Prithvi and Jala has an only the weight and an gravitational fall among the five mahabhutas. In the Ayurveda, the Guru Guna has an applied the sense more than the physical properties of an weight. Milk of an buffalo is an heavy than an goat milk. Avoid to get the having an Guru Guna in a patients having low digestive capacity and in dosha riddhi due to the digestion. The Guru Guna examples are given, that is a mudga, decoction, milk are the some examples of an Guru and Laghu Gunatmak of an foods. Means the mudga is a light Gunatmak, but the Guru Gunatmak is the decoction Gurgunatmak is an flesh juice. Milk, but rabdi is an guruguna. Are the some examples of an guru and a lagu gun of the some food types. After that, the next property is an dravatva. द्रवत्व अस्य संध्यानं समवायी कारणं द्रवत्व अस्य संध्यानं समवायी कारणं द्रवत्व. The first and foremost reason of a substances is three types. As the adya salan, the dravyas mahabhut are temporary, but the temporary to the substances is a molten. It is a necessary molten love which the forms the it rocks hence dravatva is the analytic influence markers. Now the next properties is an samaya vibhaga. Samaya mix hona vibhaga and separate hona. The property due to which the two things unite, it is called as a samaya. That is the property. The property due to which samaya due to which the united is called as a samaya vibhaga. The property due to which the sarvadas think the separate the vibhaga.